Hi everyone, welcome to Grace-Filled Families. Today it's just me, Nicole, and I'm here today to talk to you about how to help our kids when they're feeling angry and to give you some strategies that can help themselves to self-regulate and to calm them down when they're feeling angry, to be able to think rationally again. So stay tuned and we'll go through it together. Before we jump into our video today, I just want to remind you that at Grace-Filled Families, we empower you to live out your family values and kingdom purpose, steering clear of this world's distractions.
So to empower you, we actually have a 5-day family insight guide on our website, www.gracefilledfamilies.com, which is completely free. And it is a resource to help you understand your family better and give you purpose and goals for the future while resisting the busyness of our world.
Yeah, so head on over and we look forward to helping your family to thrive. So, anger is a normal human emotion. And it's not a problem to feel angry. As adults, we feel angry. As kids, our kids feel angry as well. But it is important to know how to act during these times. And that's what's important. And as adults, we have greater emotional regulation and we've learned strategies to help us when we're feeling angry. So help us to learn how to calm down. We've got techniques that help us how to know when we're getting angry and the pre-signs that we can feel in our bodies. But it's actually really important to actually teach our kids this because our kids are little people and they actually need help to learn how to emotionally regulate themselves. So anger isn't bad, but it's what we do when we're angry that's important. In fact, research actually shows, and a lady called Dr. Giller wrote that when kids are overwhelmed by feelings, the emotional side of the brain isn't communicating with the rational side, which normally regulates emotions and plans the best way to deal with a situation. Isn't that incredible? That our children's brains and even adults at times, I guess, as well, when we're so emotionally heightened that we're feeling angry, our brain isn't actually communicating together. And so we need strategies to be able to learn how to do that. And our kids actually need our help in those moments. But I guess what's really important to note is that in those moments, trying to rationalize with your child when they're feeling angry is not helpful. It often won't achieve what you want it to do. In fact, it will often exacerbate the situation and make it worse. And so it's really important that we talk to them about the behavior and talk to them about what's happened, but wait till later when they're calm. At a time when you can actually sit down, you can talk together really, really well. In the moment, us as parents need to be the calm anchor for our kids. We need to help them to calm down and teach them strategies to do that. So some things you might say when they're feeling angry like that is, I'm here for you, I love you, I want to help you, let me know when you're ready, you are mad, I get it, I understand. Actually, saying what the emotion is can actually really help our children because sometimes they don't even know how they're feeling. They don't know if they're feeling angry. Well, they might know they're feeling angry, but they can't work out why. And so being able to tell them, you're feeling angry because of this, if you know what the reason is, can actually really help them to be like, yeah, that is how I'm feeling. And if you can empathize with them in that moment, that can really help calm them down. But as I touched on before, the key is actually how we deal with that and also talking to our children later. So in the moment, help our kids to calm down. But later on, super important that we go back because in Proverbs 22 verse 6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. As parents, it's our job to train our children and to set them up with a tool belt of strategies to help them and to help them to act well when they're angry. And it's our job to train them in that because it takes training, it takes growth, it takes experience, I guess, and we can actually share so much of our experience with them. So it's really important chatting through the behavior later on, what they did really well when they were feeling angry, what they could do better next time, things that they made them mad that You can talk about the situation and what made them feel angry, but really talking with your child later is super, super important. So one way to help you to do that and help you to calm your child down is to recognize their early signs of anger. So looking closely at your child, watching their body language, listening to what they're saying. It's really important to be intuitive into what's happening with your child at the moment. You know your child best. You're their parent, and God's gifted them to you to raise, and so you know your child really, really well. So be looking for those signs. If you can see them starting to get tense, look to see what's happening so that you might be able to calm them down before it escalates too much. But it's also important to teach your child early signs of anger. So it might be, I'm going to read them so I don't forget them, but a faster heart rate. If their heart's racing really fast, that's one way that they can tell that they're starting to feel angry. A churning stomach, a feeling tense or cranky, faster breathing, facial flushing, tensing shoulders, clenching jaw and hands when they're starting to clench up, louder voice and faster speech, even sweating. These are all early signs of anger, and I'm sure that you know this, but it's important to teach our kids that these are the early signs of anger so they can see in their body when they're starting to feel angry, because our body is made so amazingly by our Father that our body shows pre-signs when we're feeling angry to say, hey, come on, help me out. I'm starting to feel really angry. And if our child knows that, and if we know their signs, then together, that's one major strategy of helping them to stay calm before they even escalate into a full meltdown. But something you can do in the moment, that if they have escalated to that, sometimes you don't even know that it's coming. And if you didn't know it was coming and they have escalated into this meltdown, some things that you can do is notice and identify the emotion, as I was saying before, but also name and connect it to the event that's made them angry. So, you're feeling angry because you dropped that toy and it broke. And so if you can name the emotion and name the event that happened to make them feel angry, that can really help calm them down. Sometimes it's important to pause and say absolutely nothing. Remember, that's not the time to reason with them. It's not the time to have a rationale about why this has happened. That's for later. But support them while they're calming down and address the issue. If there's an immediate issue that you can fix, address that, and that will help calm them down. But it might require talking later to find out the issue, to then help them sort out the issue so that it doesn't make them feel angry in the future. But some strategies I wanted to give you today about how to help your child to calm down and to be able to do that themselves and emotionally regulate that when they're feeling angry or having an emotional outburst, because it's inevitable. It is going to happen. As a parent, as an adult, I have emotional outbursts as well, just in different ways to my children. But strategies are super important. So today I wanted to run through a list of strategies I've come up with that can help you to calm your child down or to teach them to be able to calm themselves down. So I am going to look at the screen because I don't want to forget any. First one is to count to 10. As they're counting to 10, a lot of them actually, it's about brain distraction, distracting them from the fast physical feelings of fast heartbeat, can't think in your head, you can't connect the brain, all of these things. Sometimes distraction is the best way. So counting to 10 can help them as well. Getting them to walk away from the situation is another one. A third one is take a walk or a run outside. Sometimes you already might be outside, but being in nature and in a breeze, looking at trees or flowers or whatever, that can really help to calm down the brain and calm down the body. So a fourth one is to breathe slowly and deeply. And a really good way of doing this is to breathe in for 2, hold it, and then breathe out for 4. So that makes them just slow down their breathing. So the slow and the deep is what's really important. So breathe in for 2, hold it for 2, breathe out for 4. So that's a really important one. Another thing you can do, I was telling a parent about this recently actually, is that while you're breathing, you can get them to draw a square in the air. And this is for no purpose other than to help distract the brain. But you can get them to For this one, you could do the 4, 4, 4, 4. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, down, 2, 3, 4, 3, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. So as you're breathing in, breathing out, you're drawing that square, because then the brain focuses on the drawing of the square, and that can help calm people down as well, which that's a really cool one. Another one, clench and unclench the fist to ease the tension. And another one that's really physical, to actually get them to wrap their arms around themselves and to squeeze really hard, because that pressure can then help release the anger and can help the brain to calm down, because of that physical emotion, or that physical touch can stop the emotion. Ripping up paper is another really good one, or popping bubble wrap is another idea. Another one that helps you with the squeezing technique is to squish Play-Doh, or another one is to squeeze a stress ball. If you find that they're getting angry when they're coming into school or something like that, maybe get them to come in holding a ball, or holding a stress ball or a hacky sack type thing, and then they can actually play with that. They can be throwing it between their hands or whatever, so that they've got it with them. And then if they're feeling stressed, then they can actually squeeze it, and that can really help calm them down as they're coming in. Because, you know, during transition times, like coming in and out of school, that can really raise anxiety and anger within kids. And so that's a really good time to be able to just have something to be able to squeeze. Another one is to do wall push-ups, jump on the trampoline, do jumping jacks. Another one is to put the palms together and to push really hard and then to release. Again, it's that pressure and that push and that touch that can really help to then lighten and release that tension from your body or the child's body. Helping them to do stretches is another one. Another one you can do, which again, this is distracting the brain, is getting them to do the alphabet and numbers in sequence. So A1, B2, C3, etc., etc. If they are still melting down as you're getting up to Z26, get them to do it backwards. Get them to do that, because they're having to think about something else that actually distracts and the brain forgets on what they're angry at the time, and then they're calming down, so then you can actually help them out. Sometimes with that one though, you can find that then when they've suddenly switched back into remembering what they're angry about, it can start again. So that one, just see how your child's going with that one. Another one, which is possibly for a little bit later, is to talk to a trusted person and to say what's upsetting them, what's making them feel angry. Or writing a letter to someone is another way you could do it. Writing down what's bothering you and then ripping it up so it's out, but then it's gone. Going to a private place to calm down, because sometimes kids are then so overwhelmed, they're getting angry, they're having this emotional meltdown, but then they're so embarrassed because people are looking at them. So if you're able to get them into a quiet spot, or teach them to get themselves to a quiet spot to calm down, that's another really good strategy. Again, if they're inside, get them outside. Looking at nature can help calm them down. Taking a sip of cold water can help, or giving them a drink. That can help calm them down, because as they're drinking, they have to drink slowly or they'll choke. So that can help calm you down as well. Getting them to count. Any strategy really to just flip that brain back into thinking rationally again is really what's helping. It does things actually I've read actually suggest count by sevens. Why it's sevens, I don't really know. Surely you can count by 2s or 5s or 10s, or I guess 7s is hard. So it helps them to actually think and get their brain thinking about something else. But the last one I wanted to share was a really cool thing. It's called doing a hookup, and that sounds really funny. You're not hooking up with a lover or anything, but it's called doing a hookup, and it's actually a thing called brain gym. And brain gym is actually really cool. I've been fascinated this year. My son has been doing a lot of brain gym in his class, and it's absolutely fascinating when you do the research into what brain gym does. It just is amazing how God has, again, worked, He's gets our bodies to work together so incredibly well. It's actually absolutely fascinating. But one that you can do is a brain gym. So check out brain gym. It's very cool. But doing a hookup. So the hookup, you cross You can do a standing one, which I won't do right now, but I'll pretend these are my ankles. You cross the left over the right, so your legs are crossed. Put your arms out in front, cross them over and intertwine the fingers, pull it up to the chest and breathe deep. So that act of moving the arms out, across and over, somehow it's incredible. It helps the body to calm down, helps the body to be able to breathe, and helps the body to have less stress. It's proven that it actually works. So the hookup is an incredible one. I encourage you to go to YouTube and to look up hookup brain gym. Don't look up hookup something else. But yeah, hookup for brain gym, for stress relief or anger management. It's incredible. It's really easy, but it can really work amazingly well. So they're the strategies that I've come up with to be able to help you help your child when they're feeling angry. But I guess something I want to leave with you today is this quote that I found that it's super cool, and I hope that it can be put on the screen. But it says, it's okay to feel mad, worried, sad, anxious, frustrated, whatever the emotion, put it in there. But don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. Don't hurt property. It's really important to be able to teach our kids it's okay to have these feelings. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay to feel worried. But it's how we act in those moments that's really, really important. Remember, kids need calm, confident parents to help and guide them. We need to be their calm anchor so that when they're feeling angry, we can help them be that. We can help them to calm down. We can be that calm anchor for them, that is with them, that is by them. I'm here for you. I love you. I know you're feeling mad. Let's calm down and we can talk about it. Be that calm anchor, because if you're calm, then they can copy what you're doing. They can model what you're doing. Because remember, as I said before, Proverbs 22 verse 6, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. I hope that's helped today to give you just some extra strategies that you maybe haven't thought of, or maybe you have. And if you have, or you've got any other ones that you've got, chuck them in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and ideas. But I really hope that this has helped you today to be able to help you calm your child down, excuse me, when they're feeling angry. So God bless and have a great week. Bye.